In this lecture class, we can learn about minimum shift keying, which is one of the advantages concept in digital modulation. So here, this MSK can be called as a variant part of phase shift keying, or we can say the word that is continuous phase shift keying. So because of this name, continuous phase shift keying, we can able to save more bandwidth. So more symbols can be transmitted with a less band space, and also we can able to achieve efficient spectrum usage. So power spectrum as well as the power spectral density in that aspect, when you compare with all other older versions like QPSK or offset QPSK. So we can say that with MSK we can able to achieve more in the performance. So even the bit error rate is very less here. So only this is called as a continuous phase shift keying. Why this name comes means because when a transition takes place from 1 to 0, or 0 bit to 1 bit, or 1 bit to 0 bit, like that. So at this time, in all other methods, there we can observe a phase transitions, but here the phase does not change, only the frequency changes. So the frequency will change based on whether the data is 1 or the data is 0 bit. So the peak frequency deviation here we observed is 1/4 the bit rate when comparable to all others. So because we know that in one symbol time how many bits we normally transmit, so based on that, so here with MSK we are giving more importance. And also we can say that the phase varies smoothly. The phase varies smoother way, not a sudden way, not like an abrupt change. And also we can say that the bandpass filters are not required in MSK. So bandpass filters are not required in MSK, and much more things we can discuss on by the time we see about the power spectrum of MSK. So now with less modulation index, so always we know that in communication systems, when the modulation index is set below 100%, then we can able to attain good performance here. So here also, when it comes to the term of MSK, here which is continuous phase FSK type, so or even we can use another name, fast FSK. So with a modulation index of 0.5, and we can able to make the frequency changes with less spacing. So also we need to maintain orthogonality, because orthogonality is another important factor here in the communication system, that is specifically with the digital communication. Orthogonality make the signal more uncorrelated. So since the signal will be getting uncorrelated, then in the receiving end we can able to receive it very easily, so that we can able to separate each components, and we can able to extract the output the desirable way. So only here we say the minimum shift keying implies the minimum frequency separation, that is the bandwidth that allows the orthogonal detection. So orthogonality makes many important things here. We know that since orthogonality is maintained, it will prevent the interference like intersymbol interference. So MSK is a spectrally efficient modulation scheme, and we can say that in more areas like 4G, LTE, and the place where mobile communications, so where and all we can able to utilize it. And MSK properties, we can say like the main important terms we can say like constant envelope. Okay, so constant envelope, spectral efficiency, good bit error rate performance, then synchronizing capability. So likewise, even though we are not having any bandpass filters to use, okay, but in some certain level, so we can able to attain its normal performance. An MSK signal is a special form of offset QPSK. So in this way also we can say where the baseband rectangular pulses are replaced with the half sinusoidal pulses. In that way we can say it is a form of a offset QPSK. And the frequency deviation can be achieved with a formula K suffix FSK equal to 2 del F by RB. So here that del F means the peak frequency deviation. Del F is showing or indicating the peak frequency deviation, and RP is the bit rate. So that I can say now, if half sinusoidal pulses are used instead of rectangular pulses, the modified signal can be defined as an MSK, and a bit stream can be represented in this form mathematically. So S MSK of t is equal to summation small I equal to 0 to n minus 1 mi of t p of t minus 2I tb. So when we represent this term, there is a p of t minus 2IB that shows the pulse shaping factor also. Pulse shaping factor is the half cosine functions, and this is a carrier. This cos 2 pi fct then this sin 2 pi fct are where the carriers, both respectively for the in phase component mi of t and the quadrature phase component, that is mq of t. And this is a specialized function where this p of t, where the pulse shaping will be made in the interval period of 2 times of tb. So this is normally set as a main factor here, because the mi of t and the mq of t will be take on this odd and even bits of the serial data stream. So only we consider in this format. And here the p of t of sine of pi t by 2 tb, this also can be represented in cosine term also. So here this term is actually representing the half sine function. So in this regard we can say that the in phase and quadrature to the modulator is respectively at the rate of RB by 2, because anyway just half comparable to the previous methods like offset QPSK and QPSK. Then coming to the term of the power spectrum, that is MSK power spectrum. The radio frequency power spectrum is obtained by frequency shifting the magnitude as in the normal procedure, and where for the MSK the bandpass pulse shaping function can be represented as p of t equal to cos of pi t by 2t, where this cos pi t by 2tb, that is showing the half cosine function in the interval. And coming to the power spectrum, and this is a power spectrum for the MSK, and we can able to say with the power spectrum we can definitely say that the MSK phase varies smoothly. So hence we can say lower side lobes than comparable to QPSK and OQPSK. And bandwidth is 99% effectively. Somewhat bandwidth is somewhat more when comparable to QPSK and offset QPSK. But even though the bandwidth occupied is somewhat little more, but we can say that the performance with this spectrum overall efficiency is much higher, because in MSK the side lobes and thinner main lobes are available. So small side lobe and thinner main lobes are available, and from this graph we can able to describe that terms. This is the main lobe for MSK. This one is much wider when compared to the QPSK and this offset QPSK, which have been now represented in the dotted lines. So here the main lobe, that is a primary lobe, we can use the word, and this one is actually much wider. So much wider in the sense that maximum energy per bit. So maximum energy is actually possessed in this area, is contained here, and we can say that from this scale, so all the remaining secondary lobes, that is the side lobes, are actually below 20 dB. Okay, so when comparable to the primary lobe, the secondary lobes are actually below the 20 dB level, and so I can say now the main lobes are actually having more information, and most of the power are actually contained in this main loop. So in this way it is actually giving more importance, and we can say that the spectral efficiency is more now in MSK, minimum shift keying, when comparable to QPSK and also offset QPSK. And now coming to the MSK transmitter and the MSK receiver. So this is another important area where we need to point out. So now here again, this is a multiplier part. So product modulator, where we can able to give this cos 2 pi FCT as well as the term cos pi t by 2t. So these two carriers just getting multiplied here, and in the way we are making the two separations with the in phase component and for the quadrature phase components, and the respective band pass filters will be formed in the range of that is forming the two coherent phase signals with this is some frequency, this is difference frequency. So I can say now here it is Fc plus 1 by 4t, and here it is Fc minus 1 by 4t. Otherwise I can say this is F1, this is F2, and compared to F1, F2 is low frequency. Then here to the summing point, so this and this signal will be combined, this and this will be summed up here, and finally we can able to get two terms, one is x of t and y of t, and whereby this will be given to the, so these are actually the in phase and quadrature components, and these carriers are again will be multiplied by the odd and even bit streams with mi of t and mq of t. So when this again will be multiplied with respect to the phase and its modularity, finally what we can get is we can able to obtain the modulating signal, that is a MSK modulating signal, the signal which we now able to transmit. Then again coming to the session of there is a MSK receiver. So in this receiver you can find again, upon receiving the signal we are again splitting up into the two sections with the in phase component and quadrature phase components, and here noise and interference will be less since we are maintaining the orthogonality, and the output of the multipliers are now being what it has done here, that is integrated and over the 2 bit periods, and finally making to the decision circuit. In the decision circuit we are fixing a threshold, and based on that we can able to get the output. And here how the things will be done is based on the level of the signal. Here the threshold detector decide whether the signal is 0 or 1, and the output data stream with this mi of t and mq of t can be now obtained, and this is now given to the demodulator as we know. So these are the process we have in this MSK, that is minimum shift keying. So that's all in the class.